This is only for the homeowners that have an escrow account. If you don't have an escrow account, keep going. It's not for you. Okay. Those of us with an escrow account, this is very important. In my previous video, I talked about checking your escrow account for a shortage now that most of our property taxes have been paid out. We're not done yet. We need to go in, we need to check and see when the last time our home insurance was paid out. This next step, we are all going to do together. Once we know that date when it was last paid out, we are going to set a reminder 60 to 90 days prior so that we can shop around for our home insurance and so that we can be prepared ahead of time. You're going to ask what the renewal is going to be, what the amount's going to be, and then you're going to shop around. We are not going to be surprised this year that all of a sudden our home insurance went up $3,000. And you should shop around every single year. I don't care how much you like your insurance guy, girl, whoever. Shop around every single year.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Robert here. She is 1,000% right. This year, the goal is not to be surprised with an escrow account. If you check out this last video that I did on this topic, it blew my mind really with the amount of people and comments on the subject. And it inspired me to do another one to give some more tips, because obviously this escrow thing is really the bane of people's existence in a lot of instances. Look at the time that you actually close the loan. That's what I want to add to what she's saying, because that's the initiation of when your year is going to start with your homeowner's insurance. If you don't know, whenever you buy a home, you pay for the first year up front. And then from there, the mortgage servicer is going to collect those monies as your new year comes around to be able to make that payment. And so whatever month you closed, go back 60 days, even 90 days. The further, the better, because we're inundated and a lot of us are busy. And if you're like me, you got a little procrastination in your life. But the more time that you have, the less pressure you feel to just capitulate to the increase, because all these companies that are in our pockets, they're banking on, we just want the status quo. We don't want to do anything extra. So excellent point that she made. And moreover, there's no loyalty. They're not loyal to you. You don't be loyal to them. You want them to earn your business. As you create your first year of shopping, put together a spreadsheet. Go analog, get a notebook, if you will, and write those companies down and those agents down. My point is this: you got to make them compete. Don't just lay down and pay the extra price. You have to be proactive. Hi, my name is Robert, and on this channel, we simplify the home loan process.
For everyone out there that is a first-time home buyer and you're looking to get your homeowner's insurance, I have a cheat code for you that you can save all kinds of money. Okay, so in the event that you are a first-time home buyer, okay, and you want to save a massive amount of money on your homeowner's insurance, what you can do is you can go ahead and take out a renter's insurance policy, because what these companies are looking for, they're looking for if you have prior insurance. It's the same concept on your auto insurance, and I'm surprised this isn't actually widely spoken. Guys, if you have renter's insurance, keep in mind, renter's insurance, $10-15 a month. Okay, when you're shopping around for your homeowner's insurance and it's $1,500, you probably could have saved up to 30% for just paying $10 or $15 a month for taking out a renter's insurance policy. Are you kidding me? One, you should already have one because it covers your personal belongings and liability, etc.
I did not know that. Great information. Take all the other stuff out, eat the meat, spit out the bones. What I want to focus on is the renter's insurance policy. And as he said later on in his video, if you are renting, you need a renter's insurance policy, not only because it covers your items on the inside of the property, but more importantly, it gets you on the radar as far as the insurance companies are concerned. It's akin to what we call a thin credit file, or someone who has not established their credit history. Insurance uses things like a credit score, your history of claims and things of that nature to determine your risk or the risks that you might have to them. To his point, renter's insurance is great. if you're renting. And I'll say the last thing is this: it gets you prepared for home ownership. I believe this is one of the biggest issues when it comes to home ownership, is because you guys are coming from environments where everything is done for you. And if that's what you want, great. But when you become a homeowner, things like homeowners insurance and shopping to save money and advocate for yourself, these are things that come with that jacket. But what say you? Do you guys know of any other hacks, things that we can implement to help save on insurance? That's a great one for first-time homebuyers. Get in the insurance credit system so they know what type of risk you are or not when you get ready to get into your home. And lastly, don't just rely on the first place that you go. At minimum, get 3 quotes with the bundling to make sure that you're really saving money. Let's continue.
I have a hot tip when it comes to homeowners insurance. So I got my bill, it was crazy high. And so I decided to talk to our insurance agent to pick his brain on what can we do to get our insurance lower. And one of his tips was to get an automatic water shutoff valve. I had no idea what this is, but I looked it up. You can get it at Amazon. And my husband said he could install it. And you know what it's gonna save us? $1,500. $1,500. Now, everybody's savings is gonna be different because it has to do with like value of house or whatever, but so worth it considering this thing is less than $500 cost, and I'm gonna save $1,500 on my premium this year. So talk to your insurance agent, pick their brain, see what you could be doing that could lower your insurance, or what you may already have that could lower your insurance. It's worth it, and it may save you some big bucks.
Now, that's a good one. That's something that I'm going to have to look into with my insurance company, because again, spend 5 to save 1,000, great deal. And if you think about it, it makes sense, right? Water, very detrimental when it comes to homes and the damage that it could cause. Don't even need to go into that. These are things, these are tips that you need to take advantage of. And that's why we make these videos. That's why I make them, as far as the community is concerned, not just to complain and moan and groan and things of that nature, but to be an adult and deal with real life and come up with solutions. So shout out to you and thank you for that solution. Very good one. Another thing that you guys need to realize is this: these insurance companies are using drones, they're using satellites, they're using your social media. Watch what it is that you say online, because it could lead to a dropping of insurance or an elevation in the risk status that you have. Number 2, with these satellite pictures and things of that nature, cleanliness is next to godliness. Check your place out. Do you have a bunch of junk piled up? Do you have things that are conducive for fires? Things of that nature. Use common sense, because now they're using technology. You can use it as well to help you minimize cost, because it's one or two things, okay? You either pay off your home and you insure it yourself, or you tap into the system that we currently have and find ways to minimize your costs. If you know of any other tips, that's a great one. Water shutoff valve, and it makes sense to me. If you know of any other great tips that we can use, get down in the comment section and let us know, so that the community can benefit.
If you have homeowners insurance, I'm going to save you a lot of money with this one video. Please listen to me. Do not call your insurance company unless you have a family office that you have gone through to get your insurance. Do not call your insurance company if you have an internet-based carrier about a leak. If a roofer comes by and says, "Oh, I see some damage on the roof," do not contact your insurance unless you're willing to file a claim. I get people that reach out to my office every single day and say, "Hey, my insurance just went up $2,000 a year. I need to switch. Can you please help me do that?" We try to run the quote. There's 3 or 4 zero pay claims. What that means is the insurance paid nothing, but when they called, they logged it as a claim. So what happens is, let's say, for example, you get a leak under your sink. You call Schmeico or whoever you're using and say, "Hey, I have a leak under my sink. I think I need somebody to come out and file a claim." Your insurance company will say, "Okay, your deductible is 1%, so it's $3,000. And then you go, "You know what, let me have a contractor come out and take a look at it." The contractor comes out, it's a $400 fix, or maybe you're able to fix it yourself. Even though you didn't use your insurance, they logged that as a claim. So you now have a claim that will stick on your record for 5 years. If you call them about a few things, hey, we got nailed with a hailstorm last night, we think we have damage. Insurance company comes out and even looks at it and says, no, we don't see enough damage to repair the roof, sorry. They log that as a claim. When you get multiple claims, your insurance rates go way up. When you try to switch, you cannot switch because most insurance companies will not accept you because you have a bunch of different claims, even though there's zero pay claims. Number 2, if your home payment's going up, it's probably because of your insurance. You don't have to wait for renewal to switch insurance. You just switch, cancel your old insurance. They issue a refund either to you or to the mortgage company. So you can switch literally anytime you want. You're not stuck in that contract. Don't start sweating if your renewal's coming out and think you need to switch right now or switch right on the date. It does not matter. Switch anytime.
Excellent advice. Call a contractor first. Call someone to assess the damage, but don't call your insurance company, because even if they don't actually file a claim, they file what's called a zero claim. In other words, you self-snitched on yourself. That's the only way I could think of saying it in my mind. So don't snitch on yourself. Call a contractor, assess the damage, and make sure you want to go that route, because it's going to increase your cost. If I have any insurance agents out there, but I believe a claim follows you for 5 years. Secondly, you do not have to wait for your renewal. That's very good. So not taking it away from the first video where she's saying go back 2 months prior to your annual renewal with the insurance. I'm saying 3 months. Heck, you can shop at any time of the year. And that's good to know. Again, anything that we can do to take pressure off of us so we don't feel like, hey, we just won't do it and then eat the $400, $500, $600, whatever it is on the increase. If you know that you can shop all year round, that's good to know as well. And then, as he said, if there's a difference, the money will go to you and to the insurance company. And then from there, what I would advise is, depending on where you are, if you know taxes are going up, this is where you might put those extra monies in the escrow account. Or if the servicer by law can only hold a certain amount of monies in your escrow account, it's not a trick. It's not a scam. The law was put in place so they can't hoard a bunch of money. Put those monies in a high yield savings account or a CD. Put them somewhere where it's going to benefit you. We're grown-ups. We got to deal with some stuff. If there's anything else out there that you might be able to help the community with, put it down in the comment section, because we have a very robust community. You guys are very knowledgeable and you give a lot of good advice. I've even used some of it. So thank you in advance. Say you're looking to get onto the housing ladder and you want to do so in the best way for you and your family. I like to throw my name in the hat. I'm a lender, 20 plus years. My NMLS license number is 180100. My contact information is in the description of the video below. Let's have a conversation to see if we're a fit. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. Check out these next 2 videos. I think they'll be beneficial to you on your journey to home ownership. And until the next time, indeed, y'all stay blessed.